Hi, today I'm going to talk about some frustrating stuff with the to get you through making a Mintduino board. So you rip this thing out of the box and you follow the instructions. They have a website, but it doesn't really. There's a card that comes inside of this box when you buy it at Radio Shack, and the website they list isn't actually the website, and then you have to go. So you go to the Make website, and then search for build Mintduino or something or other, and it's one of those. So anyway, you walk through the steps, and you end up with something like this. Although I removed some things and changed some things around. So I got through the point where it was doing the basic blink program, and then I wanted to actually program this. And of course, on the Arduino site, there are not any walkthroughs or guides to using the Mintduino, because I don't know why. But so basically, I had to do some trial and error to come up with some settings for how to program it. So you go out to this main Arduino.cc site, and you'll download this application called, what the heck is it called? I don't remember. Go to the download link, download this application, and you run it. And so for me, I don't have, one of the confusing things was that they have two boards. They say you'll get into documentation that will say, oh, you need two Arduinos in order to program one of them. I'm like, what? So, but no, that's just for the bootloader. In order to load the bootloader, you have to connect up different pins than you normally do using normally when you just upload your script, your compiled script, you'll just use the RX and TX pins or whatever, and the ground pin. That's all you really need. But they were saying something, oh, you need these other things, and I just got this, so I just wanted to use this. So what I ended up, previously I started with a Raspberry Pi. So I have this USB serial cable. Okay, this cable is connected over USB to a Windows machine, and it's got the 4 USB out pins. I can never remember what the heck these colors mean. Well, for the green and the white, the red is just your power. The black is ground, and then the green apparently is transmit, and the white is receive. So when I got done, I ripped all this other stuff out because I didn't have whatever the heck they were calling it, the other thing you had to buy, which was FIDL something or other. I don't know what the heck it was. So I ripped out the little stuff they had you make down here on the bottom of the board with the little pins and the extra capacitor. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to hook up the RX and the TX pins. So you do that. So right now I can either run it off the battery or I can run it off the USB. And you just basically plug the ground into your ground rail from the USB, and you plug the power into the positive rail, and those are both shared over both of the rails, the way they had you set it up. And then you plug the transmit into the receive pin, which is the second pin from the left, looking this way. So the green goes into the first one, and then the white goes into the other one. So that's transmit wire goes into the receive on the AT Mega, and then the receive goes into the transmit, right? Look a little bit closer there. All right. Let's see, what else? Okay. So you get through all that, and then you go and you try to run this program, and you'll get all these crazy random errors. First of all, you don't do burn bootloader right there. Don't go to that. That's not what you want. You want to just upload. The other thing I found was, since I don't have this FID whatever the heck chip, this other programming board that's supposed to do some extra stuff, I'm not connected to the reset pin, which is that first one on the left. And so I have a reset button, but that has to happen at a specific time in order for it to put it into the mode to go into to upload the script that you write onto the 18 mega. So the way I got around that was inside the application you open, you go to File Preferences, and then there's a setting for Show Verbose Output During, and you check both of these, compilation and upload. I think all you really need is upload. And for the Mintduino, I'm hoping all of them are the same. They might be different, but for the one that I got, which is this one, the picture is not what it looked like when I opened the box, by the way. Didn't have a little plastic separator or whatever in there. For the settings I used were Arduino demo whatever the heck with AT Mega 328. So that's the chip. It's compatible with this setting. It's an AT Mega 328 chip. The serial port. In order to figure that out, this was the Raspberry Pi cable, so I had to go out and find the drivers for that. It's called like Prolific or something or other serial connector. So I went back out to the Pi site because I forgot what the heck it was, and I found the name of it, download the driver, install that, and then when you plug it in, it'll recognize it. It'll say, hey, there's this serial cable, and it'll show up under COM ports. If you go into Device, right-click on your My Computer icon, go into Properties, and then Advanced, and then Device Manager. It's an easy way to get to it. And it'll show up under a specific COM port. So then you use that same COM port as the serial port setting inside of this application. And then you go to, for some reason I had set this programmer to AVR ISP. I'm not entirely sure that matters because there are two settings. For one is upload and the other is upload with programmer. And frankly, I don't have a clue how that really works yet, or if that setting is being used. So anyway, here's a nice diagram of the wires I was talking about earlier, where you have the grid. This is the Raspberry Pi cable. All right. Okay, so then you click on upload, but you have to watch the screen. And because we turn on verbose output, because I don't have a reset pin connected, you have to go into this reset mode at a specific time. So you hit reset when immediately after it displays a message for its first send to the device, which is AVR dude send 0 bracket 30 bracket 20 or something. So that it's looking for a response that the device has been reset properly or something. And so basically, you want to click this little button there that they had you install exactly in the middle. So it's basically your finishing part of the protocol for the upload. And it can be done. You have to hit it really quick. I'm looking on. So if you look at this screen here, let's see if I can scroll up. So it'll look like this. And you'll get down to these lines here, where it starts saying, "Hey, I'm using this COM port, I'm using this program or whatever," and it'll start sending out these initialization messages. Right after the first one of those, you see, you hit the reset button, and then it'll finally work, and it'll start doing this random stuff. It's printing out like whatever the hex character is sending or something. If you don't do that, you'll get the annoying message SKT500 something or other. I don't know. I guess I can show you. So that installed the Blink program. The way you initially load this Blink program, they have a bunch of examples installed in this software. So you go to File, when you start it up, then you go to Examples, and then you'll go to Basics. They have Blink. I'm sorry, my hand's shaking. You need some food. But you go to Blink, and it'll open up a default script. It kind of looks like C. I'm not sure if it's C. It's simple to understand. That'll load up some program, and then I went in and I modified this the loop, and I wrote a couple of my own functions, and it's really not well done here. But the plan was to do some Morse Blink instead. So I got here's a Morse pause, right low, delay 200 milliseconds, short is right high, delay 400 milliseconds, and long is right high and delay 800 milliseconds. And so all this manual junk up here isn't just me saying, hey, do a SOS. Beep, 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 wait, beep, 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 wait, beep, 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 and this has a main loop. Alright, so now here's the settings for the tools. So this is really slow. I don't know. This is a Alienware machine, blah blah blah. It must be written in Java or something. I like Java. It's just like some people don't know how to do threads or something. I don't know. It takes a while when you click on tools. So you go to board, and I selected this. Select my COM port that I found from Device Manager. And I have this AVR ISP thing. Not sure if it matters. Don't click on that. And you need apparently two of these Arduino chips in order to write one or the other, or go out and buy something else. And I'm not doing that right now. And then you'll go to here, and you'll click on this for upload. And if everything's working right, it'll upload it. If you don't click your reset button and you go through, you'll get this junk. Okay. I'll say, hey, I'm writing. Oh, I'm sending this stuff. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna fail. And oh, there it is. Get STK500 get sync non-sync response is 0. Meaning it didn't get a response from the device, but it does say thank you, so that's good. All right, so then we run. If we run this again, and I'll show you how when it gets to this screen, when it gets to this point, I'm going to click the reset button. I don't know if you can see. Click. I did click it. I clicked it. Did I miss it? Oh, I missed it. Alright, you gotta do it like right at the beginning. Oh, my hand's shaking again. Oh, there it goes. That's all the code. Scroll by the screen. Alright, so that's how you do it for Mintduino if you don't have one of those other chips and you just have a USB to serial connection or whatever, RS-232 out or something. Then you can get this working without paying whatever the heck it is for another one of those chips. Okay, what else? Oh, so I have my ground. Oh, you'll see it does blink Morse. Hold on. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. There it is. So that's SOS. Okay. So, let's say I'm just gonna unplug the power here. Notice how I pulled the positive out, and that's still lit. And it's not just the capacitors; it's actually grabbing power off of the RX-TX right now. Yeah. So I can unplug these now. Okay. Now that the ground's out, these aren't sending any voltage. I can pull out these programming pins, programming wires, and you'll notice how I still had the 5-volt regulator little power supply with a 9-volt battery. And so now I'm going to grab my 9-volt battery and plug that in. And there it is, running without USB power. Alright, there you go. Yeah, hopefully there aren't any questions at this point. I may or may not answer any questions. I don't know. I do a lot of things. So hopefully this is helpful, and you won't feel like you wasted $24 from this thing from Radio Shack. This is actually kind of cool. The only other thing I would say is if you're building a quadricopter, this might be the way to go because it would weigh a lot less than a Pi, but I don't know, because it's kind of annoying, and I don't know, you'd have to build up all the functionality you wanted anyway. They have another board called the Arduino Uno or something that comes with a lot of GPIO already. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But Raspberry Pi or this, and then the other one is Beagle board black, I think, and that has a lot of GPIO pins. Oh, and one last thing: when you're done, when you pull this out, it doesn't fit back in the tin. So the whole tin concept for this is kind of pointless. Other than, hey, we can package it in a tin, and then we don't have to spend a lot of money making a nice case that you can put it back in, unless you want to completely disassemble the whole thing. Alright, that's it. Have a nice day.